So you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel. I have been doing YouTube for 5 years before I finally saw my views do this and made so many mistakes along the way. In this video, I want to show you what you need to know to spare yourself 5 years of wasted hours and missed opportunities. I also want to give you the biggest secret on what killed my YouTube growth very early on in my journey. I went from gaining over 1,000 subscribers a month all the way down to only 200 subscribers a month. First and foremost, we want to address the business aspect of having a YouTube channel. And wait, before you decide to click through this section, it is really important that you have a business set up. Is it a must? No, but here's why you need it. First, it protects you from any liability, that is someone deciding to sue you for a stupid reason or maybe for a good reason. And secondly, you can end up making more money set up as a business than you would as an individual. For example, as a business, you can deduct certain things that you use for your channel, such as a camera, a microphone, or lights, as an expense, which ends up helping you pay less taxes if you're in the US. I am not a tax accountant. This is based on my experience. Did you see what I did there? That's a disclaimer, so you don't blame me when something bad that I don't know about happened because you followed my advice. I don't want you to sue me for no good reason at all. So again, protect yourself. Now, what comes next when you think of starting a YouTube channel is, what am I going to name my channel and which niche am I going to create videos in? And I also want to tell you how the first YouTube name that I chose for my first channel has actually cost me a few $1,000s with no return yet. But first, let's address the niche. While many people will tell you to just hit record and just upload whatever you want to upload, I will tell you that there's two ways to approaching this. You can go ahead and upload whatever you want to upload and hope that it hits home and waste so much time, or you can actually approach YouTube a little bit more strategically. What helped me get thousands of views on my first video uploaded with no subscribers at all on my first channel, Mommy Shark, I found an opportunity to start in the motherhood niche where I was breast pumping at the time. I found a breast pump that was being released only in the UK, and I was already using a breast pump that is only available in the US. Not many people will have both pumps, so that was a very unique opportunity where I was able to get my hands on both pumps and review and compare those pumps. So I had a monopoly. So basically, I was literally the only person on any social media platform to release a review comparing these two pumps. And that gave me an unfair advantage to be able to get many views and rank #1 in that search term on YouTube. I gained a lot of subscribers from that. But then what that video ultimately led to so many subscribers only expecting content relating to one or both of these pumps. If I tried to exit that box that I placed myself in, nobody was really interested and nobody wanted to click on that video. One of the biggest mistakes that lots of people think after watching so many YouTube gurus on this platform is niche down. Well, I disagree with that because there is such a thing called niching down too much. I had to stick to a niche that I could not live in forever or I would not get any views. So what should you do, you may ask? You want to choose a niche that first and foremost you have true passion for, that you know for the next 10 to 20 to even 30 years you can continue to produce videos for this and not feel sick of it or feel any kind of burnout because you have true passion for it. Second thing you want to think about is you want to know who you're creating videos for, because you want that same exact person that initially subscribed to your channel to keep coming back to watching your next videos. And that is why it's really important to know who you're creating the video for, so that when you do decide to create a little bit of diversity in the same niche, those same viewers will still be interested, will still click on your video and still help you get the views that you need over time. #1 thing you need to consider when naming your your channel is you need to make sure no other channel, at least with 10 or more subscribers, in my opinion, has chosen that channel name. You do not want to be competing, especially with someone that has more subscribers than you do. That may end up really hurting you when it comes down to people searching for your name. Make sure your name is easy, representative of your niche, and memorable. So anybody that really wants to recommend you, and that has been proven to be one of the biggest ways people grow on social media or businesses grow, is through word of mouth. So when people recommend you, you want to make sure that your name is also memorable. And last but not least, if you want to do what I did, which has cost me thousands of dollars and no return yet, which is trying to trademark your name in that specific niche. And if you do want to do that, I would highly recommend you look up the name that you're choosing and making sure that there's no pre-existing trademarks in it. You may have to hire a trademark lawyer that can actually look at things a little bit more in detail to tell you if there's anything even significantly close to that name, and that would stop you from trademarking in the future. And now talking about what you really truly need to get started with your YouTube channel. We all know that you can just get started with a simple thing such as an iPhone. The iPhone has a great camera. It has great sound quality. I initially started my YouTube channel videos using an iPhone, but if you want to take it up a notch, I can show you what equipment I have and have been using for the last 4 years. My first YouTube business investment was actually my Sony a6400 camera. It's a great camera that accomplished everything I needed with the flip screen, the mic attachment, and attaching my favorite professional lenses. My first go-to lens, especially for sit-down YouTube videos, is the Sigma 1.4 focal length lens. In simple terms, it's the lens that gives you that beautiful blurry background in your video. You also have the lens that comes with the camera, which is the 50mm lens. And this is what most movies are shot at. It is the most realistic shots perception-wise. And then I also have my ultra close-up lens and my super wide lens. Here you can see it going from 10mm to 18mm, just in case you want to cover more landscape in your screen. Next, you'll need an SD card to store everything you record, and backup batteries if you feel like you needed them, or just simply an immediate power hookup that you can hook up directly to an outlet. Lots of YouTubers will try to tell you to get an expensive mic, but honestly, this is the very affordable mic that I got early on and still use to this very day. If you're going to be recording outside, you may want to consider a lapel mic. Now, you can most definitely get a $10 tripod such as this one that I ended up ditching because it was very hard to adjust and the ball head was not secure enough. So I ended up buying myself this PGY Tech tripod here. This one is definitely a splurge, but I valued not having to keep readjusting my camera every time it got too heavy for the other tripod. With this tripod, you can spin the camera as much as you need without it coming loose. It can also turn into a selfie stick, a high or a low tripod, or even an off-the-ledge tripod in case you didn't have any surface to put it on. It also comes with a phone insert just in case you wanted to record directly from your phone. Last but not least, that can make a huge impact on your video are the lights. I started with these lights right here, but with these lights you can't really adjust brightness, and 2 of them ended up dying, and they're pretty bulky to move. I eventually bought these lights as they are more compact, easy to travel with, and have adjustable modes and brightness with a phone app. The next thing you really want to consider is, why do you want to upload videos? Is it because you want to make a lot of money and make it and be famous? Or is it because you have a true passion for just creating videos and you don't really care about the vanity metrics? If you are wanting to turn this into a full-time career like I did, you want to look at YouTube and consider consistency in uploading. Over 5 years, I have seen how views go from the different content I put out there and what happens to the YouTube views and channels when you introduce shorts and all that fun stuff. But in my opinion, especially with a new channel like this one on Contentista, you have to prove loyalty to the platform. YouTube doesn't know you, they don't know your work ethic. And when you are consistent consistently uploading, you are telling them that I'm here, YouTube. Choose me to push out to everyone on YouTube. I'm here to prove to you that I will be consistent and loyal to you and will bring in all the people to your platform and keep them on it. So that is why consistency is so important. Now, if you're talking about shorts, I would expect you put out at least one short a day at the beginning. And if you're talking about long form content, I would expect that you put out one video a week. Now, if you put out more, 2 or 3, you're gonna see a lot more growth. And that is something that I aim for personally, but I have 3 kids, so that's a little bit difficult. But consistency is key to growth at the beginning. You may want to challenge me and say, well, I see these big YouTubers like Mr. Beast or some of the others posting only once a month or even once every few months. Well, that's a little bit different because these people have already established loyalty on their channel. They've already established that they have great content and they have people coming in to watch their content. So there is less pressure to produce. With YouTube, putting in the initial work at the beginning may seem like it's a tedious task and you're seeing nothing in return, but it only literally takes one day where you wake up and you see things shooting upwards for you and you finally literally made it on the platform. For anybody that thinks you can learn YouTube with just simply one video, they have another thing coming because there are so many other aspects to consider. Let's talk about titles and thumbnails, literally the 2 things that drive clicks on your videos, researching and scripting, storytelling and filming, camera confidence, editing and uploading, tags and SEO, and finally understanding how to read your analytics so you can always get better with each video. So make sure to check out this video right here, which will show you the next steps.